They said she vanished. They said she ran away, broken by guilt. They said Maria's lawsuit would be the final blow. But now, Rute has spoken. And what she said has flipped the entire narrative upside down. This is the video everyone's been waiting for. Because after weeks of silence, Rute finally broke. Sources close to her legal team have confirmed that Rute issued a private letter, handwritten, emotional, and raw, intended for the court, but now leaked to the press. And inside it? A confession. A rebuttal. And what some are calling a veiled threat. Let's break down what Rute said, line by line. I never asked to be forgiven. I only asked to be understood. I didn't cause that crash. I didn't plan it. And I didn't walk away without scars. But now I'm being painted as a murderer. As if I strapped them into that car and drove it off the cliff myself. Rute is no longer silent, and she's no longer apologizing. To Maria. I understand your pain. I feel it every day too. But don't pretend that pain gives you permission to rewrite history. This letter isn't a media interview. It's not a press conference. It's something more intimate and more dangerous. Because it gives us a glimpse into the storm building inside the woman now at the center of a $138 million legal war. In the letter, Rute addresses the lawsuit directly. Gross negligence? Are we throwing around legal terms now to mask grief with vengeance? She doesn't deny there were mistakes. Yes, I failed to act sooner. Yes, I should have done more. But I didn't ignore medical advice. I didn't tamper with dosages. I didn't let them die. But she does deny intent. I was overwhelmed, not evil. Now remember, Maria Rodriguez accused Rute not only of negligence, but of weaponizing sympathy. Of turning her grief into a shield. Of crafting a confession not out of remorse, but strategy. But Rute's letter hits back, hard. I confessed because I needed to breathe. Not because I wanted pity. If I had something to hide, I would have stayed quiet forever. Then comes the most explosive part. The line everyone's talking about. You want everything exposed, Maria? Then let's expose everything. Not just what I did, but what you knew. What you didn't say. What you're hiding too. Wait, what? Is Rute suggesting Maria played a role in the crash? Or in what led up to it? Could this trial unravel more than just one woman's mistakes? Insiders say Rute's legal team has been quietly preparing a counter-investigation. Not just to defend, but to accuse. Word is, they're compiling communications, text messages, even medical testimony that could reframe the entire timeline. One chilling detail? Sources claim there were multiple missed calls from Andres Silva to Maria just 3 hours before the crash. And no returned messages. Coincidence? Or something deeper? This is no longer about a crash. It's about perception. About control of the narrative. And above all, about legacy. Because the $138 million isn't just money. It's the symbol of who Diogo Jota was. Who gets to carry that memory forward? And who gets erased? Both men are gone. But their stories are still being written, by two women now locked in legal war. And with Rute's statement leaked, public opinion is shifting again. Comment sections are exploding. Some call her brave, others say she's gaslighting the world. Hashtags like #RuteSpeaks and #138milliontruth are trending across multiple countries. Here's what we know now. Rute's legal team is preparing a formal countersuit, potentially for defamation and emotional distress. Maria's team is pushing to fast-track court proceedings, aiming for open testimony within 30 days. Diogo Joda's estate, currently frozen, could be split based on the court's final ruling. That means RUTE could lose everything, or walk away cleared. And get this. Unconfirmed reports suggest Netflix and other streaming platforms are already circling the case, seeing the legal drama as the next big true crime documentary. Yes, it's gotten that big. So where does this leave us? If Maria gets her way, RUTE could face criminal negligence charges, loss of any inheritance, public vilification on a global scale. But if RUTE's defense sticks, if her statement resonates with the court, then we could see a complete reversal of public opinion, new questions about Andre's role, and potentially, the collapse of Maria's case. Because at the end of the day, this trial isn't about proving grief. It's about proving guilt. I didn't just lose the love of my life. I lost my future. If that's not punishment enough for one night's mistake, then I'll face the rest in court. This is far from over. The battle between RUTE and Maria has entered a new chapter, one filled with leaks, letters, legal warfare, and emotional landmines. What began as a crash is now a courtroom inferno. And as every new word comes to light, the truth gets more complicated. So we ask you, is RUTE a grieving partner trying to survive the storm? Or a master manipulator finally being exposed? Let us know in the comments. And if you're not already subscribed, now is the time. Because the trial is coming. And with every testimony, every leaked file, and every confrontation, we'll be here, breaking it down piece by piece. We're not here to echo the headlines you've already seen 100 times. We dig deeper. We ask the uncomfortable questions, the ones others are too afraid to touch. Because this story? It's nowhere near over. RUTE's silence has shattered, and in its place comes a storm of revelations, accusations, and consequences that could rewrite everything we thought we knew. This isn't just a court case. It's a battle for truth, legacy, and justice, played out in public, under a global spotlight. So if you're ready to go beyond the surface, if you want to uncover the twists no one's talking about yet, then you're in the right place. Hit that like button.